After those scandalous leak videos, a heated argument between the former couple turned explosive, with witnesses saying that Scrappy actually snapped and slapped Bambi in a fit of rage. According to people close to the situation, tensions have been rising for days, and Scrappy has already been humiliated by the viral footage. Lil Scrappy and Bambi's drama has just reached a boiling point, and fans are completely shocked. What began as a heated argument swiftly turned into something much more serious when Bambi allegedly taunted him in front of friends and cameras. Witnesses described the incident as shocking, with Bambi allegedly calling Scrappy out for his own past secrets, pushing him to the limit. Now the situation is getting out of control. Reports indicate that police were involved, social media is on fire, and Mama D has entered the chat, taking sides in a way that is heightening the scandal. But was this truly an outburst of uncontrollable anger, or is there more to the story than what is being reported? Stay tuned because this drama is only beginning, and I promise you won't believe what happens next. The tension had been building for weeks, but no one anticipated it to blow up like this. Lil Scrappy had been trying to maintain his composure while ignoring the social media frenzy that had broken out following Bambi's. When leaked videos began to circulate, Scrappy initially believed it was just another publicity stunt, a desperate attempt by his ex to remain relevant. However, when those videos went viral, revealing private arguments, intimate conversations, and the chaos behind their marriage, everything changed. Scrappy wasn't just embarrassed. Friends close to the rapper claim he was furious behind closed doors, feeling as though his entire world had been. The worst part is that Bambi didn't even seem to care. Instead of expressing regret, she doubled down on reposting memes, throwing shade on social media, and even going live on Instagram to laugh with her friends about the situation. She knew exactly what she was doing, according to one source, and she wanted to ruin Scrappy. She revealed every little secret, every mistake, every heated moment, and everything for the public to judge, dissect, and humiliate him with. The former couple unexpectedly ran into each other at an exclusive event in Atlanta last night. It was supposed to be a private industry gathering with producers, influencers, and celebrities, but according to several eyewitnesses, it turned into the scene of one of the most explosive confrontations in reality TV history. Scrappy didn't even want to be there, but he accepted the invitation from a mutual friend. And arrived at the last minute, but as soon as he entered and saw Bambi laughing with her friends, something inside of him exploded, and he approached her right away. According to another source, don't hesitate, don't wait. You could feel the tension in the room change. Everyone stopped talking, and it was like watching a bomb go off. Bambi didn't want to back down, and she turned to face him right away, still wearing that smirk. When she would push his buttons on love and hip-hop, she allegedly taunted him with a sarcastic voice. Scrappy clenched his jaw in an attempt to control himself. "You think this is funny?" he shot back. "You think ruining my life is a joke?" Bambi rolled her eyes and took a sip of her drink. "Oh, poor Scrappy," she said mockingly. "Did your little feelings get hurt?" At which point all hell broke loose. One witness described the eruptive emotions. The scene, which looked like it was taken from a reality TV reunion special, showed Scrappy's frustration boiling over Bambi. Instead of backing off, he leaned in closer, knowing exactly how to push him past his breaking point. Then, according to several sources, Bambi said something that made Scrappy lose it. Some say she brought up his mother, while others say she made a nasty remark about his career dying or something similar. When Scrappy's face twisted with anger, disbelief, and frustration all at once, it was enough. Before anyone could comprehend what was happening, he raised his hand and slapped Bambi across the face. The room suddenly erupted in chaos, with someone screaming, drinks spilling, and cameras immediately rising to record the startling scene from various perspectives. Bambi staggered back, holding her face. She shrieked, her voice shaking with a mixture of anger and disbelief, her eyes wide with shock for the first time, looking truly stunned as if she never expected Scrappy to actually react that way. Scrappy was still breathing heavily and appeared equally stunned by his own actions. As if in that split second, he realized exactly what he had done, and that there was no turning back. People began rushing in, trying to break things up before they even got started. Then, as Bambi's friends surrounded her and demanded answers, worse security stepped forward and pushed Scrappy back. Within minutes, the video of Scrappy slapping Bambi went viral on social media, with someone from the event posting it online. Before the night was even over, the internet was in a complete frenzy, with fans divided. Some defended Scrappy, claiming he had been pushed to his breaking point. Others demanded his immediate termination and that Bambi file charges. Speaking of charges, word quickly spread that the Atlanta Police Department had been notified of the altercation, but the question of whether Scrappy was actually going to be arrested would fundamentally alter the situation. As soon as the video of Scrappy slapping Bambi appeared on social media, it was like pouring gasoline on a fire. In a matter of minutes, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok blew up. As fans, celebrities, and activists weighed in on the shocking incident, Scrappy's photos went viral almost immediately. Some rushed to Scrappy's defense, claiming that Bambi had been provoking him for months, and that this was just the result of his breaking point. Others, however, were furious, demanding that he be arrested immediately and denouncing any physical altercation regardless. Bambi, on the other hand, remained silent for several hours, allowing the world to speculate that she was waiting for the right moment to speak out, while others assumed she was processing everything. Meanwhile, Mama D never wanted to stay out. As a result of the situation, social media users started searching through old clips, interviews, and even reality TV episodes for indications of tension between the former couple that might have preceded this moment. Of drama took to Instagram to confront the issue head-on, going on a furious tirade in which she claimed that Bambi had set up her son and purposefully pushed him over the edge. She reminded fans that Bambi had a history of manipulation, citing previous reality TV fights in which she allegedly stirred the pot for attention. In her opinion, this was just another intentional move on Bambi's part, one intended to permanently damage Scrappy's reputation. As the internet erupted in debate, Bambi finally took action. She sat down for an exclusive interview with a well-known gossip blogger, and what she revealed completely turned the situation on its head. However, while Mama D was vehemently defending her son, the public opinion remained divided. Some agreed with her perspective, stating that Bambi had always been looking for a way to stay relevant, while others found it unsettling that Scrappy's own mother was attempting to justify what had happened. She spoke about what happened that night with tears in her eyes, saying that she never expected things to get physical, and that she had only wanted to talk, but Scrappy had completely lost control. What was most shocking, though, was when she acknowledged that this wasn't the first time Scrappy had acted aggressively toward her. There had been other times during their relationship when he let his temper get the better of him. The best of him, but she had always kept quiet so as not to jeopardize his career. However, with the world watching, she was unable to keep quiet any longer. This revelation changed everything, and those who had initially supported Scrappy started to change their minds. Others doubled down, accusing Bambi of embellishing the truth for sex, and the backlash against Scrappy grew. As the controversy grew, Scrappy himself went silent, not posting on social media or responding to any of the calls for justice made by women's rights activists and domestic violence advocates. Some even started organizing online petitions to have Scrappy removed from upcoming projects and brand deals. Meanwhile, some of his celebrity friends quietly unfollowed him on social media. Claims, and according to people close to him, wasn't picking up his phone. Some conjectured that he was keeping quiet while he considered his options, while others thought that something much more significant was going on behind the scenes. Then there were rumors that Scrappy had actually left Atlanta completely. Word on the street was that he had boarded a flight early in the morning to leave the city before things got out of hand. The one thing that was certain was that Scrappy was nowhere to be found, and with Bambi's accusations becoming more serious by the hour, people were starting to wonder if he was bracing for the worst. Then the biggest bombshell of all was dropped. Bambi had officially pressed charges according to a leaked police report she had filed. Insiders claimed he was going to Miami to stay with friends, while others thought he was in New York trying to meet with his Lil team. Legal experts swiftly weighed in on the official complaint against Scrappy, accusing him of domestic violence. They said that the viral video was sufficient proof for authorities to act, and that Scrappy might face some serious repercussions. Some even conjectured that an arrest warrant might be issued in a matter of days, and that if Scrappy had actually flooded the city, it might have made matters worse for him. The media frenzy surrounding the case grew. Scrappy's inner circle remained silent as major news outlets picked up the story and debated what would happen next. His closest friends refused to talk to reporters, and even his management team had not issued an official statement. While some fans hoped that Scrappy would break his silence and provide his side of the story, others weren't so sure as the internet turned against him. With legal issues looming and the public waiting for Scrappy to make a comeback, yet another twist emerged that nobody anticipated. A shocking new claim from an unexpected source threatened to escalate the scandal to a whole new level. Just when it seemed like things couldn't get any worse for Scrappy, an anonymous source came forward with a shocking claim that sent the public reeling. Internet into a frenzy, a woman who claimed to have been close to Scrappy during his relationship with Bambi made a startling confession to a well-known gossip blogger. According to her, this wasn't the first time Scrappy had betrayed Bambi. There had allegedly been several instances behind closed doors that the public was unaware of. She also claimed that Bambi had remained silent for years out of fear of what might happen if she revealed him to the blogger. Sensing the seriousness of the situation, the anonymous woman wasted no time in releasing a video that went viral. She claimed that Bambi had told her about Scrappy's erratic mood swings, but had always played them down in the hopes that he would change. The most terrifying part of the interview was when she implied that Bambi had allegedly lost his temper, smashing items in their house and yelling threats. May have been gathering evidence covertly all along, recording everything in case she ever needed proof. This revelation caused the situation to spiral into a full-blown scandal, leaving fans divided. Some felt betrayed, while others questioned the timing of the claims, wondering if this was all a well-planned attack to ruin Scrappy's reputation among celebrities who had. Previously silent people started to take sides, with some demanding accountability and others advising people to wait for the whole truth to be revealed. As the backlash against Scrappy grew, Bambi took yet another risk by going live on Instagram, where thousands of people watched. She spoke to her fans directly and gave her side of the story, explaining that she had never intended for things to get out of hand, but that after the leaked video, she had no choice but to speak up, and her voice trembled as she disclosed that she had suffered in silence for too long out of fear of what people would think if she revealed the truth. Then, in a moment that left everyone stunned, she recorded a heated argument between her and Scrappy, in which she begged him to calm down, while he shouted angrily that she was trying to ruin him. The comment section of her lid suddenly exploded, leaving fans stunned. Some were incensed at Scrappy, claiming that this was unquestionably evidence of his aggressive nature. Others, however, countered that the audio was taken out of context, arguing that an argument doesn't always prove anything. Meanwhile, Scrappy's team finally broke their silence in an official statement, denying all accusations and calling them utterly false and exaggerated. The statement claimed that Scrappy had never been abusive and that he would take legal action against anyone spreading false information. Despite the denial, things only got worse when a close friend of Bambi leaked a series of text messages purportedly between her and Scrappy, turning the public against him. Bambi was manipulating the narrative by using selective clips and testimonies. Bidding her not to do this to him, he apologized several times. He wrote things like, "You know I didn't mean it, and I'll fix this, just don't make it public." These texts only served to confirm his guilt, because many people thought he was trying to hide the truth. Scrappy's team promptly rejected the messages as phony and manipulated. But by that time the damage had already been done, and the situation was completely out of control. Due to the controversy, he lost brand deals with several companies. Concert promoters were re-evaluating their bookings, and there were rumors that he was being dropped from an upcoming reality TV project. His reputation was in ruins, and it seemed that there was no way he could turn things around. However, Scrappy eventually made a comeback, this time in a sit-down interview with a major media outlet. Looking obviously worn out, he denied all charges, saying he had never touched Bambi. He acknowledged that their relationship had been toxic, but he insisted that he was the true victim, saying that Bambi had been emotionally manipulative, pushing him to the brink so she could play them in the spotlight. The interview only served to fuel the flames, with some believing him when he said it was obvious he was being set up, and others not believing him. As the controversy raged on, the media couldn't get enough of the drama, and every gossip site, entertainment blog, and social media platform was buzzing with theories and opinions about what had actually happened between Scrappy and Bambi. The internet was more divided than ever as a result of his story, and as both sides continued to fight it out, an even bigger revelation that would change everything was about to surface. No one was able to escape the whirlwind that the recording and the text messages had created. But just when everyone thought they had seen it all, a source close to Scrappy's inner circle came forward with information that left everyone speechless. According to the source, Bambi had been meticulously planning this entire situation for months in order to damage Scrappy's reputation and portray herself as the victim. Claimed that Bambi had been secretly recording Scrappy for years, gathering messages and video clips that she could use to support her story. What's even more shocking is that the source claimed that Bambi had partnered with a notorious celebrity manager who was known for fabricating scandals to increase his clients' public profiles. Together, they planned the release of the videos and leaks, timing everything to coincide with Scrappy's next music release. The source claimed that the objective was to garner as much attention as possible, even if it meant bringing Scrappy's name into disrepute. The news shocked social media users who had previously backed Bambi and made them wonder if she was actually responsible for the leaks or if it was all part of a complex plot to increase her own notoriety and brand. A conspiracy theory began to circulate, with people analyzing every action Bambi took. Created over the past few months, Bambi was also under scrutiny. Despite the new information, Bambi wasn't backing down. In a fiery Instagram response, she denied the accusations, calling them ridiculous and utterly untrue. She asserted that she had no reason to ruin Scrappy's career and that everything she had shared was the true truth. She also emphasized that she was the one who had suffered and that the public's trust in Bambi was damaged, and her credibility started to erode. Influencers and bloggers who had previously supported her began to turn away, unsure of what to believe anymore. Some even accused her of being just as manipulative as Scrappy, if not more. The whole narrative was changing, and Bambi found herself struggling to preserve her image while Scrappy's. The team took advantage of the situation to reverse the trend and issued a number of statements asserting that Bambi's manipulations were now completely revealed and that the truth was at last being revealed. They charged Bambi with using deceptive methods to discredit Scrappy and promised to take legal action against her and any other participants in the scheme. Scrappy's attorney appeared on a well-known talk show, outlining the legal actions they were taking to clear his name and hold Bambi responsible for her actions. The legal battle swiftly took center stage in the drama. Scrappy sued Bambi for defamation, seeking damages for the damage to his career and reputation. Bambi countersued, accusing Scrappy of emotional distress and slander. The lawsuit became a media circus, with daily updates on court proceedings and interviews with legal experts who were watching every move. Watching the drama play out like a real-life soap opera, the courtroom battles were fierce, with both sides offering testimony and evidence that painted drastically different pictures of what had transpired. Scrappy's legal team claimed that the recordings and videos were heavily edited, taken out of context, and intended to make him appear guilty, while Bambi's team maintained that everything was authentic and unaltered, revealing the true reality of As the trial progressed, more startling information surfaced about their toxic relationship. Private messages between Bambi and her celebrity manager, revealed discussions about how to use the drama for maximum publicity. In one message, Bambi wrote, "This is my moment," which seemed to support the theory that Bambi had been planning the scandal from the beginning, and the public's perception of her fell further. By this point, both Scrappy's and Bambi's lives were in ruins. Their formerly glitzy reality TV personas had been replaced by the ugly reality of their private lives being made public. Regardless of how the legal battle turned out, it was obvious that neither of them would come out of it unscathed, because the drama had negatively impacted not only their careers, but also their mental and emotional health. As if things couldn't get any worse, a new twist appeared that no one anticipated. A new P was leaked, this time depicting Bambi having an emotional breakdown following the first slap incident. In the video, she was seen sobbing uncontrollably and discussing how everything had gotten out of control. "I never wanted this," she said. "I just wanted people to know what I've been through, but now it's gone too far," and the video somewhat humanized Bambi. The narrative changed once more as many fans expressed support for Scrappy and Bambi, claiming that they were both victims of a toxic situation that had gotten out of control. In the end, the public was left with more questions than answers, and they started to sympathize with her again after realizing that beneath all the drama and accusations, she was still a person going through a lot of emotional pain. The drama may have begun with a single slap, but it had developed into a web of lies, manipulation, and heartbreak that no one could untangle. As the dust settled, fans were left on the edge of their seats, wondering what would happen next. The truth was Bambi really the mastermind behind the leaks, or was she the victim of Scrappy's rage? And was there more to the story than what he was letting on? Time would tell if there would be more leaks, shocking revelations, or the end of the turbulent story of Lil Scrappy and Bambi, but one thing was for sure. Their story was far from over. The internet was ablaze with rumors about what the troubled couple's future held, and everyone was anxiously anticipating the next development in their never-ending drama. And there you have it, people, one of the most explosive confrontations we've ever witnessed between Lil Scrappy and Bambi. Do you think Scrappy was justified in snapping the way he did? Or did Bambi go too far by disclosing their private moments? Was this all part of a larger plan, or is there more to the story that we don't yet know? Let us know in the comments below. Scrappy and Bambi's drama just keeps getting wilder, from leaked videos to heated confrontations to shocking revelations to unexpected twists. We are closely monitoring every new development, and you won't believe what comes next. Until then, stay tuned, stay locked in, and we'll see you in the next one. This conversation is far from over, so if you don't want to miss a single update on this unfolding chaos, make sure you hit the subscribe button and enable notifications.